Folks, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. How are y'all doing? Howdy. Or hola skinks, I should say, to be more appropriate for this campaign. Solid, thanks for being here, Marcus, Matthew, Tack, McCarthy, Nikki. Thanks for being early. I was early today. I'm usually late, like I've managed. I think last week I had microphone issues. Speaking of, can you all tell me how the microphone sounds? I downloaded that Logitech software that came with this new headset, and it screwed up my mic, and then I had to uninstall it, and my microphone to me has not seemed the same since then, even though I reverted to the previous settings, but let me know if you think I need to adjust something. If it's too quiet or anything of the sort. Hey, Clone Trooper Wheeler, thanks for the 10. Says trying to drop the stream dough. Sir, you do not have to drop any dough on me if you want. We always want you in the stream. Thank you. You're extremely kind. But yeah, you're always welcome here. Dropping dough or not, we like our favorite Clone Trooper around. So stick around, man. I will slaughter some enemies of the skinks in your name for the Clone Trooper. Sounds fine. Smedley says, air lose weight. I wish. That'd be nice. No. Air just sits on a chair. Though I am excited. I get to be active this weekend. I'm going to go paddle the Elk River. Should be a lot of fun. I haven't gotten out of the house very much all week. It's been a rough day for me. I'm not going to get into the details of why, because it doesn't matter. No, the family's fine. Nothing's wrong with the kids or Mrs. Air or anything else like that. Everything's good in that regard. So don't worry about what it is as much as I say that to say thank you all for being here tonight. I need to stream tonight. I need this. It's very relaxing for me, and I'm extremely glad to be here, and I hope you all are happy to be here and have some fun with me. So help me have some fun tonight. I need to relax and stream, have a good time, get my head onto some skink assassinations rather than the stuff that has my head upset. How about that? Like I said, no big deal. Air's not falling off the face of the earth. Not doing anything crazy. I'm just saying, you know, we all have those days, right? And I'm excited, and I want to have a fun time. And I'm sure I will. I don't think I've ever done a stream where I got done and said, man, I wish I hadn't streamed. Okay, so I think this is where we left off last time. We had ambushed Crone Hellebron, Malekith with Hypnotoad 2.0. I'll try not to kill another Hypnotoad, though no promises. It is me we're talking about, folks. So you never know. You never know what I'm going to be up to. Dude, Clone Trooper. Man. You always put me in the weirdest position here, Clone Trooper. Definitely thank you for being so kind. But no, I don't need money to help me. Thank you. You are far too generous, sir. Just sit back with me, watch the stream, have some fun, and enjoy. That's what I need from you, Clone Trooper. I just need you to sit back and enjoy the stream. But since you donated the money, I will make sure that many Druki are killed in honor of it, okay? So Slaanesh really enjoys that type of thing. The Druki are always, you know, worshipping Slaanesh, so I'm just going to help them. I'm going to help them indulge in some pain and suffering. Speaking of Crone Hellebron, I don't know how she's back already, but here she is. And supposedly Hypnotoad 2.0 is going to die again, according to the auto-resolve. So let's see if I just got him killed after saying that I wouldn't. You're too nice, Clone Trooper. How's life for you, man? You holding up okay? Money always cheers people up. Well, that's not always true. And no, I do not have to have money from you all to be cheered up. Like I said, I needed a stream. Stream is definitely what I needed, because I come away from these always laughing and having a good time talking with you all and getting to play some games that I love, that kind of stuff. Nikki, good question. Asking how the painting is going. How about I go get the current project? Hang on just a second. So, This is the current project. I don't know how well this is going to focus, but I'm building and painting the Lord Celestant on a Star Drake, and this one is courtesy of Protocol. He donated a massive bunch of money and wanted me to go get this. It's a huge model. For a miniature, it's not so miniature, right? So yeah, I'll try and get it close. You all can kind of see the work I've done on the scales, hopefully. It's not going to focus right, I don't think. Yeah, it's not going to focus with me in the background, but come on, do it, camera. Kind of. So yeah, I've done the scales and the underbelly. I haven't painted any of his armor. And I have to do all the claws and horns, and I'm painting his wings separately. But this is the current painting project, Nikki. It's going well, and I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of work. It's going to take me many weeks, but I'm loving the painting. Painting is also kind of a nice escape. Oh, I'm not going to lie. There are definitely parts of the painting that are very challenging, to say the least. There's some reinforcements that are coming in behind me. I feel like one of them is some executioners. I wish I knew which one was which. One of them is a bunch of executioners, and I'd like to kill them off early. Nikki says, awesome, thanks for sharing. Well, you're welcome. Thanks for asking. Yeah, the painting's going good. And I'm excited. I like it. And I really appreciate Protocol. I have done some recording. Like, I'm not recording me literally painting on it, but I'm kind of recording a step-by-step of how I'm putting this together. It's going to take me a long while to finish, but I intend to make a video out of it and share it and kind of show people what it was like in order to get it finished. Because it's a process. It's not easy. Mark says, agree, not something I would do, but it's interesting to see. Yeah, I had no interest. Like, I built some models as a kid. Like, I built an F-16, an Apache helicopter, and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. And had a good time with it. But I don't, I didn't really crave to keep doing it. And I haven't done it in a long time. And so I didn't necessarily have an interest in it, but when my viewers helped get me into this, I was really glad they did, because it's really been fun. I had to learn something new. I had to watch a lot of videos to learn how to do it. It feels really satisfying when you get something done kind of the way that you hoped it would be. I'm going to keep the Thunderous one kind of in between these two, because he's really good against infantry, and I want him to end up in whatever fight has the Executioners. I'm going to do the same things. Be an odd deployment. Hopefully I don't get myself killed. Very well could. So basically, if the Executioners come from over here, I'm going to try and kite them back over in this direction, and I'll kill whatever's here. Crone Hellebron's going to be coming in fast behind us, so I gotta be careful. How do you stop yourself from getting bored of having the models just sitting there? That's a good question, Cullen. I don't know. I have to finish them, probably before I get there. But I built these things with the intention that they're just collector items for me. So I guess what I'm saying is I kind of expect them to just sit there. However, Mrs. Eyre told me that if I would help her get an army together, that she would help me learn how to play the game. Okay, this is unfortunately not the deployment that I had hoped for. That she would help learn how to play the game with me, and the idea of getting to do it with Mrs. Eyre seems pretty fun, and won't take any extra time away from the house from me. So in that regard, I'm very excited to learn, and I'm gonna paint an army for her. I think I'm gonna do a skink army for her and have some fun with it. I gotta get my board over here. Try and team up on Malekith. Okay. Oh my gosh, yeah, we're already getting Shrek'd over here. Need the Pop-a-Pot cohort over here. Alright, yeah, everything about this deployment was not what I wanted. And which means that I'm not going to be very succinct in killing either one of these reinforcement groups, which is then going to leave me exposed to the full-on attack of Crone Hellebron from behind. So this is rather a poor situation for me. Actually, let's summon there. Got reinforcements coming. Malekith's getting owned. Put some heals right here. My Ripper Riders. Overcast that. And I'm going to start moving my Slan this way. Actually, those Mournfang are going to catch me, so I'm going to have to get behind here with my... Oh, this sucks. Malekith's stupid magic. Of course, it's camping right on top of me, like Blade Wind never does for you when you cast it, but when the AI needs it to, it's terribly convenient for them. Okay, so I managed to get their artillery. Gosh dang it, what a freaking mess. This is everything I did not need to happen in this battle, all in the first couple of minutes. So I've already taken somewhat grievous losses very early on. I need to start moving. He's probably about to blow a breath attack on me. I'm gonna chase Malekith with the Ripper Riders. Look at this, man! Malekith getting all kinds of cheap shots on me. He's already got 45 kills. Start moving units. Alright, so Crone Hellebron landed right in the middle. And Terra routed the Umbral Tide, so that seems fair. I'll tell I'm a little miffed about it. Maybe. Alright, let's see. Let's start trying to take a chunk out of Crone Hellebron. I'm going to try and assassinate her. I'm going to pull these infantry over here. Hopefully I'll get the Umbral Tide back. That would be really nice. More infantry. Slan Daddy, get over here. Heir's taking a lot of losses and I need your help. I really need this Executioner off of me for a minute so I can help snipe Crone Hellebron. Let's see. Alright, my Temple Guard got into the Mournfangs. Unfortunately, I can't really deal with this unit any other way, I don't think. Here comes a whole bunch of Sisters of Slaughter, so that's going to be a really bad position for me. I don't know that I can win this, and Malekith, despite being mostly defeated, managed to shred what was left of my Ripper Riders and get away with it. Well, I'm not going to lie, this is a little frustrating. When you beat the AI so badly and then they essentially just cheat and pull this kind of BS. I don't have time for this tonight. I'm not going to put up with this. We'll see what happens. If my army gets utterly destroyed, I'm going to reload. If they don't, then I'm just going to fall back and replenish and take a different fight because I don't feel like messing with this at the moment. Don't feel like messing with it. Nikki says, don't have enough time for all my hobbies. Marcus says, one day I'll work less. Maybe I can figure out close combat also looks complicated. Am I reading it wrong? Like games, but never have time to play them. Well, fortunately, I get time to play video games because I stream here with you all. But were it not for that, I'm not sure that I would get time. So that is the weirdest thing. My troops retreated further in to Nagarathi territory, I guess because Crone Hellebron attacked me from the other side, rather than retreating back towards friendly territory. And considering we were surrounded, to be fair, retreat seems unlikely, so if anything, CA, I shouldn't have had the opportunity to retreat. So, CA, please. Busy watching Airplay games? Well, I hope you enjoy it. I don't feel like I've given you all the right start here, so I'm going to give you the proper start. But that's kind of funny because the way this campaign started was I guess kind of indicative of how I've been feeling today. Frustrated and like everything's conspiring. And so here comes the AI conspiring to kill Hypnotoad right after I said that I wouldn't let it happen. But hey, I said I wouldn't let it happen, and here I am. So who's the liar now? Not me. Not I, said the air. Not I. Alright, let's try this. Just finished watching the recent Tarox campaign, a rough Total War week. Man, that one had some fun battles, though. They were hard. Yeah, see, here we go. How about this one, Crone? You got to take advantage of me a minute ago, so let's see how you like it. Sucks to be the AI, right? You know, you just can't hit that reload button. Life isn't fair, Crone Hellebron. When it's not fair, I'm gonna make it fair. There's nothing you can do about it. Proper start, go trounce Skaven. Now that does sound like fun, Nikki. Other than siege battles, fighting siege battles against the Skaven is... Whew, I can't do it. It is very taxing. The warp lightnings and stuff are obscene. I'm gonna put my Ripper Riders right up in front of my Chameleons, or Salamander hunting packs. I'm hoping we can really hurt the Crone by doing this. And then what I would like to do, something like this. Got plenty of Temple Guards down here in case they come charging at me with that cavalry, which they likely will. Then, as kind of a last touch, I want to put my cavalry hidden in the woods behind them so that when all of this stuff... Here's what I'm hoping. Take it for what it's worth, because my last battle plan worked out real well, didn't it? If these guys charge me, which I think they will because these units will be visible, then I come in from right behind and I can mop up the Bolt Fiends. So that's kind of my hope. We'll see. In fact, I'm going to bring the Pop-Pop-Pot cohort over here to help, and I'll just leave the Horned ones, because the Horned ones will be better specialized to killing the skirmishers, I think. Then pulling the greenskins out of their hole? Well, who doesn't like pulling a greenskin out of their hole? Speaking of, I need to play a full-on greenskin campaign. The Grom campaign was basically finished, so I went ahead and cut it off. I guess I did, because I got a victory screen on it, so technically it was completed. I guess it just never feels completed, unless you get it to where you want. But like I said, technically we had a victory screen on that one, so it was finished. Okay, I'm gonna try and get some shots on the Crone prior to engaging. Let's go countercharge here. I need to brace up with my infantry. Okay, the Crone is running away because she's an annoying wench. Look at that, she went back here and used her ability right on that blob of units that's reforming. That's really rather strange. Go ahead and stop these Morn things, please, Legion of Chakwa. Fire Warlocks. And let's use our... Okay, let's go. Just pull these units over. Alright, here comes the Crone. Trying to go for max nuisance. I'm gonna save this for just a minute. Debuff their accuracy. So the Crone landed right in the middle of a bunch of... I was going to attack her with the Ripper Riders, but I actually think I'm going to hold off on that. And the reason I say that is because she put herself in a very bad position right here. And I'd like to make her pay for it. Alright, trying to kill off all this Mornfang cavalry. See if we can get a shot at the Crone here. I need them to commit all of those Sisters of Slaughter before I bring my troops out of the woods. Okay, we did get the Crone. Bring in some more units here. Okay, how are these? I've given so many multiple attack orders on this unit. I'm getting real irritated with this. rid of these. I need a rear attack here. Help save those Temple Guard. I need the Thunderous one engaging. The AI is like annoyingly holding a lot of units in reserve. Let's go over here. Start getting in the way. Get off me! Alright, I've managed to clean this fight up, albeit it was close. I'm gonna need to put these guys into a skirmish mode and then hope that the AI actually honors my skirmish mode, which is rare. Let's start ripping into some of these units. Legion of Chakwa. I need this cohort down here. Okay, now I think we've sufficiently got their attention. Alright, Ripper Riders. Let's go for the next unit here. I wish I had that Comet ability on this particular Oracle. A little bit of reinforcements there. I'm gonna go for their Bolt Fiends. Bring some units back. I need some more infantry units to help out. So let's summon them up. Bolt Fiends should die mostly on impact from a charge that does this much armor-piercing damage, but CA please, they didn't. Let's run away from these freaking Witch Elves. Watch me get berserked if I barely get touched here, that would be my luck. Well, fortunately, I'm getting a lot of work done. Yeah, look at that. I got berserked. I got touched by like 2 Witch Elves. Now granted, I mean, even having 2 Witch Elves touch you is a pretty unpleasant experience, but the Thunderous one is owning, so that's good. Witch Elves didn't end up, like, fighting my unit very much, but oh well. There we go. Okay, well, at least it's a victory. I keep thinking this army... Oh, I had all these reinforcements as well, but hey, whatever. I wanted to make it look good. If I ever get some semblance of a life with free time, I'll definitely ask for help learning a game. Well, yeah, and see, I want to try some of that stuff too. Legamus says Wurzag campaign would be nice. Man, Wurzag is pretty fun. I just wish he would dance on top of his boar mount somehow, like, or at least be in a little side-to-side motion. Like, it makes me really sad because you really want the boar mount, and it makes him, more mobile. But then he doesn't dance. You know? What are you supposed to do with a Wurzag that doesn't dance? I mean, CA, please, help us. Help us understand this. Fuzzy Wuzzy Boomin says, I don't get live messages from YouTube and it's upsetting. Well, you're not the only one. I don't know if you saw my tweet today. I mean, I wouldn't, because personally I wouldn't even be on Twitter if I didn't use it to put stuff out from my channel, because I don't really like social media that much. But in any case, yeah, I was on Twitter posting a tweet talking about what's happened recently with my YouTube recommendation feed. All I watch is Warhammer How to Paint guides, video games, and there's like one other thing I watch on fishing. Like sometimes I watch fishing videos. My recommendation was Lil Nas X videos. I don't even listen to music. And the only music that I listen to every once in a great while, and YouTube knows this because I have the YouTube Music app, and I listen to it on their app with the same email address. I listen to some classical music once every great while, and I get Lil Nas X. Like, okay, all right, not just one, multiple, lots of them. I didn't even know who he was. I had to go look it up. Like, that's how unfamiliar I am with music. I had to go look up who this was that was being recommended to me. The other ones was health and beauty vlogs. Do I look like someone who's healthy or beautiful? All right. I mean, where did the interest come in that? I'm trying to remember some of the what was the other recommendations I got? Oh, Samsung. There was like 5 videos from Samsung about their new Galaxy Fold phones, and they were all on my recommended feed, and I was like, huh? Oh, okay. I mean, it is the weirdest thing. It is the weirdest thing. And I clicked over to my subscribers tab, or my subscriptions tab, because you know, what I really wanted to see is the people I'm subscribed to. And sure enough, 5 of my subscribed to channels had uploaded videos, and none of them were in my recommendations. Instead, I was having to go through and tell them, no, I don't want to watch Little Nas X. No, I don't need help with health and beauty. No, I don't, you know, it's like, come on. Like, the other thing he keeps putting in my feed, too, is videos about, is it Lionel Messi? Is that how you say it? The soccer player who left Barcelona? Error. Yeah, the only reason I even know that is because YouTube filled up my news feed with it. I have no idea who the guy is. None. Like, 0. And that was the other thing that was in my YouTube feed, and I'm just like, did I get hacked? Like, did someone take over my account and start watching videos and I just don't know about it yet? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. It is really rather strange. Really rather strange. YouTube recommendations sound like mine after my girlfriend uses my account. Yeah, now that would be one thing, right? Had someone been using my phone to watch videos, I would totally get it, right? Because someone watched the video and they make the assumption, oh, they watched this, maybe they're interested. But like I said, never watched anything of the sort. Like, ever. Blame it on Appius. I don't know how I could blame it on Appius, but sure, we should blame it on Appius. Anyway, like I said, it's the weirdest thing. I don't understand it. And I made a point in my tweet, by the way, which, you know, maybe you all agree with me, but I know it's crazy. It's the people in Silicon Valley are way too smart for me, right? They're way too smart for me. I mean, they live in Silicon Valley. I'm just a redneck living in Arkansas. But I've got this crazy idea, right? And it's wacky. It's really wacky. Hear me out, though, okay? Again, I'm a yokel redneck idiot, so take it for what it's worth, but YouTube has a subscribe button, and I push the subscribe button on the channel that I want to watch their content. And I know, again, it's wacky. You have a recommended feed, and you click a subscribe, and it may or may not be in the recommended feed, but crazy. I know. Maybe I click the subscribe button because that's what I want to watch. I'm just saying. It's a thought. And I would hope that the folks over at YouTube could consider that thought, you know? Like, maybe I click the subscribe button because that's what I want to watch. I don't know. Maybe I don't know my own self. It's possible, but just a thought. Just wanted to throw that one in there. Daniel says I used to work in Silicon Valley as a lowly contractor. Doesn't seem to think the people there making the big bucks are very smart. Well, I mean, if I have a function called subscribe, and I don't show people the videos that they click on and said they want to see, why do I have a subscribe function? And why do I call it YouTube whenever I'm telling you what to watch? It's strange. Maybe that's the reason why they call it YouTube. Maybe that was the intended purpose of the name. We're going to tell you what to watch. I have no idea. It's just very odd to me. It's very odd. I like YouTube as a platform. I've gotten to see a lot of really cool stuff on it. I've been a part of it for 12 years, uploading content to it. I've met some of the best folks, like you all here tonight. I mean, it has been quite the experience. It's great, right? I don't say this stuff out of hatred for the platform. Obviously, I like YouTube, or else I wouldn't be here. But when I can look back and say, in all honesty, that they used to do some things better 12 years ago than they do today, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Technology has improved quite a lot in the last 12 years. I think I was uploading videos in like 360p, maybe even 240 or whatever it was back then. And now I'm uploading videos at 2K. You know, we've got better internet and all this kind of stuff. I don't know, it's very strange to me. It's very strange. I'll get off of it. But again, there's my wacky, crazy idea that maybe I clicked on it because that's what I want to watch. That's Air's wild idea. maybe that's what Air wants to watch. See, we got an Arc of Sotek, which is fun. What else did I lose in that battle? I mean, 6 infantry should be alright. I really want to have more single entities because the single entities are much more potent. Engine of the Gods sure is nice. But if I'm going to wait 6 turns, part of me wants the... Oh my gosh, 8 turns? Ugh. That's painful. Man, that Saurian, though, would be so juicy. Do I have the other Saurian? Yeah, okay. Oh, man. I don't want to have to march. Where do I have to go back to recruit this dude? All the way back to Frozen City. Dang. And it probably takes like 4 turns to do back then. By the time I walk back there and then walk back here, it won't be worth it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and recruit that Saurian. I really want it. I need it. It must be mine, the precious. Alright. Hey, I recently heard some negative stuff about CA from Prince of Macedon video. I know he hasn't really been liking the recent games, but have you ever felt any tension with your team? I most certainly have not. I don't, like, I've heard him describe a little bit about what happened with him. I don't fully understand it, like why that would happen. And if I were CA, I would certainly be trying to smooth things over with him because he's kind of like the, I mean, some people say, well, I don't like him because he was too rough on people, or I didn't like his video, whatever it is. I liked his videos. I always got along really well with him when I met him. Thought he was really fun. And his videos got me into Total War, and so I've always had a lot of respect for him because he was the first one to make Total War content, and at least that I'm aware of. If someone knows otherwise, I'd certainly hear it out. But if I were CA, I'd be trying to fix that relationship. It's not the look I would want. Now, that said, I've worked with CA directly ever since the times of Shogun 2, and I've never really had much of an issue working with them. I think one time I got a little frustrated because, you know, I'd been making videos for him for a long time, and I don't care if I'm, like, the only one to get access. I don't have to be the only one. But they'd given out early access to a couple of content creators and not the rest of us, and let those 2 creators rack up a bunch of views and get to play the game early and get ready for it before they gave it to the rest of us. And I was a little frustrated with that in the sense that it's kind of like, hey, you know, even if you're going to go ahead and give them, like, an exclusive video that they get to make ahead of everybody, which, you know, kind of sucks because, I mean, that's the way people kind of make their bread and butter on YouTube. It's good for them. It stinks for the rest of the creators. That's fine, though. Pick what you will. It's your game, your marketing campaign, but I felt like they should have at least gone ahead and given the rest of us access so we could have started playing and recording things while these guys had the early access. So that was a long time ago, though, and they have hired a really good team as of recent, in my opinion. It's the community team's led by Josh Williams at CA, and he is phenomenal. Like, he is really good. Everything I've worked with him on, he's very quick to help answer your questions, to help back you up. Like when I get stupid music claims, like copyright claims on old Shogun 2 videos, they're like, no man, that's stupid. They're like, go contest that, we got your back. He gets us access to the content earlier than we've ever had it. He gets it for everybody at the same time, writes out all the embargo rules and makes it fair and, you know, really easy for everybody to understand. Like, he does a phenomenal job with all of it. It's a ton of work, and and they've hired extra people now to work with him, and they all work on it. So CA's put a lot of effort into their community management team, and it shows. It shows. Like, I mean, it has improved a lot, and I thought they were always pretty good to begin with. You know, no company's going to be perfect, but they were pretty good to begin with, and now they are just excellent. So that's my opinion. Like I said, I hate to see what happened with Prince of Macedon happen. I don't think it's right. I wish it would be undone, because you know, like I said, for the reasons I just said. But I've never felt that from him, And doesn't mean it didn't happen. I'm just saying I've never felt it from them. And I'm glad. I'd like for it to stay that way. I've always had a really good relationship with them, and I feel like recently they've taken on a whole bunch more creators even, like small creators, and they've given them a way to get early access to the game. They've expanded the community out a lot, and now there's a ton of people getting early access to the game, and that's a good thing. It gives you all more people to go watch, more people to give you the content you want, more people to give you the reviews that you might want to see, more people to give them feedback on the games that they're playing, and it helps them improve the games. Like, it's a good thing, what they're doing. So I hope they keep doing it. And like I said, I'm glad to see all the people that got added into the creator program. I think it's great. I don't want to be the only one, just because I've been here for a long time, you know? I want this to grow. I want more people to get into it. I can't go into an ambush because the Chaos Army is nearby, so I'll go ahead and hit an encampment there. Oxyotl's army is considerably stronger than the other one, in large part due to these skinks. Anyway, there's my thoughts on the CA community team. Like, I mean, I don't have anything negative to say, really, for the most part. I think Josh does an absolutely fantastic job, and like I said, I don't fully understand why what happened in that situation happened. I don't want it to stay that way. I feel like it should have been corrected a long time ago, if it needed to be. I don't know what caused it, other than, you know, again, what I've been told. Maybe there's miscommunication, maybe there wasn't. I just would rather see it fixed, is what I'm saying. Needs to be fixed. Maybe the time to make friends with the High Elves since they're up there too. Yeah. Yeah, CA's not perfect. No company is. But I tell you what, like I said, I've worked with their community team a lot. Al Bickham is one of their directors, and, you know, heads a bunch of their development stuff, and I know other people, and I've met them. And there are a lot of people there who really love what they do and work hard on it. And again, no company's perfect, but just saying that there's a lot of people there that I've been very impressed with. And I think Josh has been tremendously good for the community team. They got us access to this DLC farther ahead of a launch than I've ever had access to something from CA before. I'm not going to get into like specific amounts of time because I don't know whether they want me saying that or not, but like they got us access to this earlier than I'd ever had it before to anything. And it was great because by the time this game released, I knew I was going on vacation right at the time it released, and because they got it to us so early, and not only that, the build was ready for us to start recording on the day they gave it to us. And I was able to get all my stuff done before I went on vacation. I was able to make 17 videos. And was able to keep my channel going while I was gone for 13 days straight. And so, like I said, I mean, that was immensely helpful to me as a content creator. They didn't even have to do it that early, right? They've never done that before, but they did. And it wasn't just for me. They did it for everyone. But it makes a big difference whenever you're making content and you need that time to get to know the game, time to figure out what's new, how to play what's new, and, you know, how to make the most of it. What's your thoughts on Troy's historical mode? Good question, Gato. I don't think much of it. I mean, there are historical titles I would be very interested in. Like a second Empire Total War, for instance. I would be extremely interested in that. I have very little interest in like a historical mode for Troy or Three Kingdoms or whatever. I think they're lame. And if you're gonna make a game that's kind of based slightly off fiction like Three Kingdoms was, or definitely off of fiction like Troy was, just make it fiction, right? It's okay, like just do that. I think some historical games would be excellent, all historical. like the Empire, like Empire 2, Napoleon, Medieval 3, whatever. However, I will say this. One thing that historical games need to do in order to be more fun and to be more replayable is they need to create, in my opinion, that replayability factor that the fantasy games have. And here's what I mean by that. Greenskins are very, very different than High Elves. The Dwarves are very, very different than the Beastmen. There is a reason for me to play each and every single campaign in Total War Warhammer 2 because each faction plays so immensely different. Sometimes, even each legendary lord plays immensely different. Look at the difference between Throt and Ikekloth, or Throt and Queek. They're massively different. Oxyotl versus some of the other lizards. Like, there's sometimes a reason for me to play the game again, even with the same race, but to just try a different legendary lord. Sometimes you want to play it again because, oh, dang, hey, I didn't get to use death magic in this playthrough. I was focused on the other one. I'd really like to try out some armies with the death magic, or with these units, or those units. There's so many reasons to bring me back to keep playing. In fact, I mean, I have never liked single player in a Total War game so much as I do right now in Warhammer 2. And honestly, Troy, I've been playing the Mythos stuff early. I'm enjoying the crap out of Troy right now. I am really enjoying it. And that's good. Like, it's good to see a game like Troy get some of that replayability. And I want to see that come to the historical games. So some people are like, well, Air, how do you do that? Make the factions different. Well, Air, it's Empire Total War. They just shoot muskets at each other. I know. You gotta find a way to do it. You gotta find a way to make it interesting. The unique units have to be unique. The faction bonuses, the play style for each, like, so for instance, Russia in an Empire 2 or a Napoleon 2 Total War. How do you make them unique? They were already maybe slightly charge and melee centric. Really exacerbate that. Make the player want to play a more rushy, more melee centric game. Have their economy based differently, right? Based off the vastness of the country, like, make something unique around that. Do the same for Britain. Do the same for France. Do the same for Italy. Whoever it is you throw in there, right? Not Italy, but you all know where I'm going at. But just that's what I want, right? Make the factions unique. Give me a reason to play each faction. Don't make each faction just the same musket dudes with slightly different reload times and accuracy. You know what I mean? Like, make it interesting. Give me a reason to play it again. So, anyway, that's what I want to see happen. So, yes, I'm not interested really at all in... Oh, I lost my Oracle. That's what I was missing from this army. So, yeah, no, I'm not really interested at all in the historical mode. I'm gonna ditch the Papa Pot cohort because the anti-large off of the Troglodyte is better. I can put them in a different army if we need to. So yeah, I'm not excited for the Troy thing, but that's because it's not my cup of tea. I think it's fine for them to add it, and if there's people who actually enjoy that, and I think those people will be few and far between, but hey, if I'm wrong, whatever, I'm wrong. It is what it is. But I personally doubt many people are really like, yes, finally a historical mode for Troy. I don't think so. If I'm wrong, let me know. If anybody here in the chat differs, I would love to hear your thinking. But hey, they have it, right, if they want it. And I'm fine with that, because it's separate. Let's see, personally, I think Troy needed this Mythos stuff from launch. Caleb says, I've been watching for years. This isn't the face I put to your voice. Sorry to ruin it. Just imagine whatever face you want. It's not going to offend me. Like, put one of those aliens, with the big eyes, whatever you want right here. Just do whatever helps you. I'm down. Austria, yeah, that's probably what I was thinking when I said Italy. Let's see, is there a hard one? Because we need hard. No, normal and normal. That is unfortunate. Oh, good. We get to go fight. The Dread Fleet. Should be interesting. loud screaming guy? Who's the loud screaming guy? When's your Rome 2 campaign starting? That's a good question, Mr. Irongut. I'd hoped it would start sooner, but with this new content out, I have 3 new campaigns that I want to finish. In fact, I think the only thing keeping me from finishing this campaign is I'm just waiting on 2 more battles with hard difficulty on the missions of the old one. I want to finish one of these campaigns so I can start the Rome 2 campaign, and I want to finish another one of these 3 campaigns that I have going because I want to start a Troy Mythos campaign and play a campaign all the way through on Troy, so that's what I'm hoping for. I just don't have enough time to make, 5 campaigns at once and all this. So I'm trying to finish some content. YouTube kind of punishes me for doing this type of thing. They reward me whenever I make an episode 1 and it gets a lot of views, and then they'll be like, oh, people like this. Here, I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of, I'm gonna put you in people's recommendations. And then, as people start to watch less and less, which is natural with a Let's Play series, right? You're not going to have as many people watching on episode 15 as you do on episode 1. It is what it is. YouTube punishes you for that, though. Whenever your video starts performing bad, like compared to the last one, they just start destroying you on the algorithm and giving you less and less. So I don't care the way YouTube works, because like I said, this isn't my day job, and what I want to do whenever I start a campaign for you all is I want to finish it all the way through, because, if there's people who want to see a campaign from start to finish, I'm going to finish it for you from start to finish and let you all get a chance to see it. So I don't care what YouTube says. That's the way it's working. But yeah, the Rome 2 campaign coming soon. Coming soon to an heirs channel near you. Warhammer 2 is good, but there are other good Total War games. Yes, there are, Mr. Irongut, absolutely. And Rome 2 is one of those games, I think, that's good. Especially if you get it on sale. I think Rome 2 is a pretty excellent game. I think Troy is actually a very underappreciated Total War game right now. The more I have played it recently, the more I have come to that conclusion. But, you don't have to agree with me on that, it's fine. I know a lot of people don't, but I think Troy is actually a very underappreciated game. I think Shogun 2 is still an excellent Total War game, despite its age. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good Total War games out there, even outside of Warhammer. Three Kingdoms wasn't my favorite from a time setting and, battles perspective, but it's a good Total War game. It was really pretty looking. It was fun. It had some good aspects to it. Had aspects that frustrated me too. But, I do feel it's kind of unfortunate that it got completely crapped on and is no longer sporting. But, I guess if it wasn't making them money, that's what they gotta do. They gotta move on. But that doesn't necessarily, like I said, make me like the way that it went out in kind of a fizzle of non-glory. Alright. That should work. What do you think of Rome Remastered? Man, I enjoyed the crap out of Rome Remastered. Making that Carthage 2.0 campaign was so much fun. Now, Rome Remastered is probably a bit of a niche, right? If you all are like an old-timey Total War player like me and you were around since Rome Remastered was just a gem because it's like, oh my gosh, I can go back and relive all my memories, but I can have the better controls and other stuff like that that come with a modern Total War game. Now, just on its face, Rome Total War is old, and it shows when you play it. The AI is terrible. They make awful decisions. The unit variety isn't near as good as new. So, yes, Rome has many failings as a 2004 game being looked at in 2021, as any 17-year-old PC game would. But, again, if you're coming from my perspective, Rome Remastered is awesome. And for me, it was really great, and I really appreciated CA doing it. Honestly, I would be very happy to see them do something similar with a game, say, like Empire Total War. Empire Total War is a game I enjoy very much, despite some of its failings. And I would very much enjoy playing again, but I can't because the controls are just so gosh awful, and some of the bugs in it never really got fixed up. So, I would be totally down with them helping some of that. Dark Elves, anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. Woo! Get croaked. Alright. Croak Daddy. Let's clean this up. Total War Stone Age, yeah, they abandoned Empire. They did. They kind of went in a hurry to Napoleon, and it's fine. Napoleon, I say it's fine. It wasn't really fine, but Napoleon certainly was an improvement in so many ways over Empire. Like, so no doubt about that. Like, it was an improvement, but I do wish that they would have just poured some more love into Empire rather than skipping ahead to Napoleon quite so quickly. Empire had some things in it, in my opinion, that were far superior to Napoleon, and it was the pace of the game. And in Empire Total War, timing your volleys properly and the reload time and all that really helped the pace of the game, because you had to be very good with, like, okay, now's the time to charge my cavalry. They just wasted their volley, you know, or, you know, all right, I can't let my guards waste their volley on a militia unit, you know, because it's going to take too long to reload. And the toying around from range with rifle units, and again, trying to get your enemy out of position and make just that right move. Like, Empire Total War to me had the superior gameplay mechanics in terms of multiplayer and single player. Napoleon was clearly better looking and ran a little better, had slightly better AI, had vastly improved visual effects. The naval battles in both Napoleon and Empire were very fun. They were, you know, maybe a little slow sometimes, but very fun. But yeah, they had some. I think Empire had some really fun gameplay, and I would have loved to have seen that game, you know, I think gotten a little more attention over the long run. Felt like Shogun 2 FOTS did Empire better than Empire did. Yeah, kind of. Fall of Samurai was definitely a lot more fast-paced than Empire, so in that respect it was different, but you certainly had to time things very well in Fall of the Samurai, because, you know, one wrong move there and you'd get absolutely wiped out. So you certainly had to pay good attention to timing and kind of knowing how to position and when to take your shots and stuff like that. Air, what's been your favorite Troy faction until now? Still, like, so from the beginning and still now, my favorite faction in Troy is Ithaca. I just really love all the javelins. I don't know. I guess I'm a sucker for Javelin Day. So I really like Ithaca because of all the Vanguard deploying the javelins. It makes them feel unique, and I have a lot of fun with Ithaca and Odysseus. Medieval 3 would be pretty good for Legendary Lords now. See, I agree. And again, that's a way that you can make those games more replayable. So, like, if you're going to pick one of the medieval factions, give people the opportunity to play as one of their, you know, famed historical kings or queens or whatever it is, and give them cool abilities and stuff like that. Nothing magical, right? We don't need the King of England riding around shooting fireballs out of his butt, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying give them some cool abilities. Make it fun. Make it unique. Make it interesting. Let the player build up that character the way they want, right? You know, like with the character customization like that we've seen in Warhammer 2 and Troy and Three Kingdoms. Like, take that stuff into those historical games. It'll work. It'll be fun. I mean, again, we're not going to give the King of England Gandalf's staff or something, you know, as a weapon, but maybe he can find some legendary sword that people think's good. And you know what? It makes people rally to him faster. It makes, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. Like, it gives him the ability to make troops fight harder in battle because they see this sword that their king's carrying. Like, that stuff's not like a big stretch of the imagination. The holy hand grenade, exactly, Legimus. Give him the holy hand grenade. Totally makes sense. Just do it. CA, please. Hand grenades and medieval. I wish they had army customization too, like you can change the outfit. Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. That would be another thing I think that would really... And the craziest thing to me is that we never did see that in Warhammer. Warhammer is the game where I would have expected most to see something like that, because you literally paint your own Warhammer armies the color that you want. And so I'm still absolutely shocked to this day that we have not had a custom army painter in a Warhammer game that is based on the lore of a hobby where you literally built and painted your own custom armies. I don't get it. Maybe CA and Games Workshop have the reasoning and I just don't understand it. But I don't get it. I do not understand it. They did it in Shogun too. You could at least change the color and give your veteran units a name. I mean, so it doesn't seem like it'd be that big of a stretch. They could also do some crazy stuff with family in Medieval 3, kind of like mix the game with CK3. Oh my gosh, that would be ridiculous. I mean, you couldn't go full-on CK3. Now, I'll give you this, CK3 is a totally different kind of game than Total War, but and I don't get to play that game much just because I don't have a lot of time, but oh man, that game is fun. It is very, very deep, like I've come to learn that Paradox games are. Like, it has a very steep and somewhat challenging learning curve for someone who's new to it like me. But when you do learn it, and I'm out of touch now, but when I had learned it, oh my goodness, it's fun and it's rewarding. Like, you can play your character however you want. You know, they can be Mr. Chivalry, or they can be Mrs. Stabs everybody in the back. And, you know, like, it's hilarious. Like, that game is hilarious. Hey, Scribe, what's going on? What's going on, Kill Scribe? Thanks for being here. Thanks for keeping up all those kill counts. You're fantastic, sir. Alright, let's see. The Chill Road. That's where Air wants to be right now. The Chill Road. Just chill. I used to make my family members all virile. Babies everywhere. I mean, again, see, that's the fun of CK3, is it totally lets you go ham. Yeah, it's not about the battles as much, though there is kind of an interesting and fun battle mechanic in a way. Very different from Total War. But, man, that game really gets you invested into the characters, and it is hilarious. I was watching a playthrough that the Paradox employees were doing right around the time the game was launching, and it was like the king of... I don't know, it's somewhere in Spain, like one of the Spanish kingdoms there. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. Like, they had the guy, like, really leveled up in basically lying. I don't remember the name of the tree, but he could lie to anyone about anything, and just was constantly putting murder plots out on people. And, like, and then they would, like, divorce his wife and sleep around. Like, it was the biggest mess. Like, I mean, it was an absolute mess. It was hilarious. Because, like, every turn, like, the fruit of their behavior would come to bear, you know, in one way or the other. Like, they tried to assassinate someone, it'd fail, and those people would want to go to war, and then the wife is mad at him because he was out at the brothel, and it's like, it was just unreal funny. Like, I mean, it was hilarious. Like, just watching, like, I don't know. Like, and the game rewards you, I think, both ways, right? For playing Mr. Chivalry or playing the, you know, Mr. Wrong, whatever we want to call it. It's just hilarious. There's no other way to put it. CA could learn a lot from Paradox games. I haven't played Stellaris. I'd like to take a look at it. I do really like Surviving Mars, which was published by Paradox. It is one of my favorite games, like, period. It's just excellent. And I really enjoy CK3. Like I said, I don't get a lot of time to play it, but oh my gosh, it's a fantastic game. If I had a lot of time to sink into a game, it would probably be that one. Because it is funny. I play Stellaris and it has a decent story. Yeah, I need to try it sometime. Problem is CA and Total War have no direct competition. no one's making a real-time strategy game with 3D battles and a turn-based campaign map. No. But they certainly have competitors. Like, I mean, people only have so much money to spend on video games. And, you know, like, so for instance, let's look at me. Like, I'm gonna go buy Halo Infinite this fall. Now, I have enough money to get Warhammer 3 and Halo Infinite, so fortunately for me, I can get both the games I want. But, you know, if I didn't have that much money, it'd be a direct competition between Halo and Total War, even though the two games aren't even related. They may not feel like they're in direct competition, but, you know, it's... If you can't afford all the games, then every game is competition. So, I get what you're saying, though. Like, no one is making a game where someone's saying, okay, I really want a good strategy game that's just like Total War, and I can either pick Total War or I can pick this other company that's doing something very similar. Fair point in that. There's no one that makes something terribly similar. Total War is fairly unique in that regard. So, point taken as far as that goes. But there's always competition in a environment with limited money. So they still need to make their games good, or else people are just going to spend their money on something else. And I do feel like CA has improved the Total War games a lot over the years. Everything been all the time upwards? No. There's probably some points where they went backwards on a few things. But overall, I think pretty solid. Alrighty. I don't consider myself a serious gamer, says Daniel. I mean, I guess it depends on the definition of serious gamer. I run a YouTube channel where I upload games, so I guess in that regard, I'm a serious gamer, but I'm certainly not a serious gamer in like the sense of like, oh, I'm competitive, I'm gonna win every tournament, I'm gonna beat everybody, I'm gonna figure out every Nah, in that sense, I'm not a serious gamer. Nor do I spend enough time on games, but I definitely consider myself, if I had to categorize myself, I'd say I'm a strong casual gamer. I don't go straight out competitive on it, but I really enjoy games, and I like to be decent at them. And I would say that I don't spend all of my hobby times in video games, but I spend a good portion of my hobby time in video games. Spend way more time on money on music gear. Yeah, exactly. So like, I have other hobbies too. I really enjoy fishing. I really enjoy trap shooting, shotgun, you know, trap shooting, hunting, bird hunting. Since I enjoy fishing, I kind of like taking my kayak out, being on the water. I enjoy mountain biking. I would say because of my YouTube channel, I spend more time on games than I do any other hobby, but that's mostly because of my YouTube channel. However, even if I didn't have the YouTube channel, I would certainly still be playing games. I've enjoyed them ever since I was little. I got a Nintendo for Christmas from my aunt. Rest her soul, she just passed away, actually. This last week we had her funeral. But she got me the NES for Christmas. I believe it was Christmas of, I think it was 88? It was about 5 years old, so I think it was Christmas of 88. And that's when I got started with video games. So, long time ago. In a place not so far away. remember playing The Legend of Zelda, that awesome gold cartridge going into the NES. Good times. Saurian's gonna get a little bit charred out here. This should be a beautiful spot for a Deliverance pizza. I don't know what took this temple guard 10 years to get over here, but wow. Just slowpokes. Woo! You got delivered. You got delivered. Get shreked. Those guys up. Let's finish off this infantry. Let's go kill this Necrofex real quick. Air, when do you think Total War Warhammer 3 will release? I don't know. CA said a little while back that we weren't going to get any news for a couple months, which would roughly mean the next news is coming in September, I think. September-ish, if I'm just making inferences from what they've told us. They're gonna maybe put out a release date in September. Again, making inferences here. This is guaranteed that I guess to be the soonest that it could release would probably be like November, late November. Honestly, we're probably pretty lucky to get it this year. It's been a crazy couple of years. So we'll see. I'm hopeful. Ah, the original Zelda. I used to just sit and listen to the intro music. Man, that game is the definition of iconic. Legend of Zelda is fantastic. To this day, probably, I mean, definitely one of my favorite games to play, period, of all time, even now, is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I am so psyched that Nintendo finally gave a release date to the, or a rough release date to the sequel. I mean, that has got to be in like my top 3 all-time favorite games. I really liked the old Zelda games, and I still do, but I feel like Breath of the Wild like finally really captured what Zelda should be. These guys have them sieged? No, they do not. I need to take their settlement because I can't teleport back. What is going on here? I can't see anything.
Don't be a fool.
What? Get off my screen. Maybe it's this stuff on my screen's making where I can't click an attack order. Huh? What?
That is forbidden.
Alright, are they sieged? Galleon's Graveyard, held by the Dread Fleet. I'm not out of movement points. What? Maybe it's sieged and it just doesn't look like it because there's smoke coming up? I have no idea, honestly. Maybe it's sieged already. Hammond says you have to siege it from sea. I mean, maybe? I don't know what's going on there. I can't attack it, though. And I see smoke coming up, which is usually the indicator that it's sieged. The High Elf armies here are quite a ways back. So I'm assuming the elves have it sieged, if I had to take my guess. But I could be wrong. Let's do Shield of Safari here. It is sieged, that's what Mustafa says. Thanks, Mustafa, and thanks for being here tonight, too. The Chariot Army. Yeah, that's kind of was my guess, too. Maybe the animation of the Chariot Army was, you know, maybe looked a little funny, but I'm pretty sure they were the ones that had it sieged. Do you want to test out my ideal army composition from part 10? I can't recruit another army right now. I don't have the money for it, Ryan. But if you're sitting here with me on one of the times where I do, then yes, feel free to call it out. We'll give it a shot. But I can't at the moment. I cannot warp away from Callion's graveyard because it's enemy territory. So Malekith's spamming Dread Spears back at us. How dare you, Malekith? You filthy animal. Let's see. Can you put a Sanctum in the Witchwood? That whole area looks raised. Did it get taken by Skaven? Witchwood. Oh, where is the Witchwood? Isn't this it right here? Is it Ildrator? No. Masters. I thought the Witchwood was... This is Marathi's capital right here, I think, underneath the Fog of War. Oh, here it is. Witchwood. Alright. Looks a little different on this map. I can put a Sanctum here. It is Skaven. It is Skaven. And yes, I need to be using the Sanctums. How about you all give me an idea for the Sanctum on every new turn, because you can only do one per turn. Give me ideas on where to put the Sanctums, and I'll do it for you. Okay? So at the beginning of each turn, give me the ideas on where you think we should put a Sanctum. Alright, I'm one turn away from getting there. Guerrilla Fire. Make sure you all tell me at the beginning of the turn, though, because I'm really bad at forgetting, and I'll likely forget. Okay, they are no longer sieging Galleon's graveyard. Which means I'm going to take it. That way, I can warp out of here. I don't know if I'm going to hold it, but I'm going to take it. Let's see. Alright, so... now I can at least warp out of here. I don't have any more missions of the old one, so either I was too late or no, I wasn't, because we hit the one up close to home and then we hit the one at Galleon's graveyard, so I think we got them all. Alright, Hypnotoad's army is now a little stronger. Well, kind of. I had to give up some... I think I had some less Temple Guards that I lost for standard ones, but... I think Malekith wants us to come pay him an unpleasant visit. What's up with this place, though? Maybe I need to settle this. Just sitting here empty. Nope, Skaven. Well, good riddance. You filthy rats. Put it in Sanctum in Costa Rica. Oh, Senshi. It's an excellent idea, Senshi. You're far ahead of me. I'll see what people say. Yes, this is the Vortex map. Sanctum and Ulthuan? I don't have one in Ulthuan. I gotta wait till the beginning of this next turn in. Hypnotoad is leveled up. We can finally get him Lightning Strike. Alright, that's good. Lightning Strike is good. Can you switch Oxyotl's normal chameleon for Hypnotoad's Blessed? We can. If the armies get close to each other, we could, yes. On Aggression Pack with Tehinoan, sure. Sanctum and Tor of Res. So we've got suggestions of Nehekara and Tor of Res. Alright, so... I don't know if I can put one in Tor of Res, because I can't see any of the settlements. So it would have to be in one of these ones I can see. Nehekara. I also do not have vision on Nehekara. Go claim the Sword of Cain. Ooh, yeah, I can't see that one either, so that's not a possibility for me. Maybe what we should do, though, is go ahead and stick one here on Ulthuan that might give me vision over nearby regions.
State your case
In fact, I
quickly,
want to
lest
say
tire of your
there's a
voice.
building we can put in. Gives me wider vision from the Sanctum. It's this one right here. Inner Sanctum. So we could build the Inner Sanctum here. Alright. Alright, so that'll help me kind of open up my vision. I'll do the next one closer to Nehekara and then do the same thing. So thanks for the suggestions. Definitely appreciate it. Let's move this way and stay in an ambush stance. I won't replenish much, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I will, to a degree. I want to lure Malekith deeper in, like towards the altar darkness. It's not a particularly powerful walled settlement, and I'm hoping we can lure him in. I love this High Elf music here, by the way. It's one of my favorite tracks on the game. Sounds absolutely awesome. Alright, let's get teleported back. I really want to get Oxyotl back to the fight closer to Malekith, though. We can travel here, though. How about we go kill some Skaven? I think it was Nikki earlier suggested we go kill some Skaven, so why not? What are the Skaven gonna do about it? Very little, that's what. I'm gonna go wreck some Skaven. Ooh, sweet, we got 4 Blessed Temple Guards, that's nice. Regina says I love that song too. Yeah, it's good. I would imagine you being a big fan of the High Elves that one had to rank high for you, Regina. Now, if we could just get some good miniatures from Games Workshop that didn't have a bunch of weird bull horns and other stuff on them for the High Elves, that'll be the next step. GW, please give us classic High Elves. I guess there's a few of them still that you can buy with the Age of Sigmars, but they're just the old miniatures. Meaning, like, you can still buy Sister Avalorn miniatures that still play. I think you can buy Phoenix Guard and, like, a few other ones. So there's a few units out there that are still traditional Acer units. But, I don't know. Like, sure, there's a few units from the Lumineth Realm Lords that look kind of okay, but so many of them are just kind of... If they had been like proper High Elf looking, I probably would have gotten them instead of the Stormcast. But Stormcast seemed easier to paint, and I kind of liked the way they looked, so it was a done deal. Killing Skaven's always a solid plan. You know what? I agree. Even when you are Skaven, right? I mean, I don't think there's any rule against Skaven on Skaven action. Pretty sure the Skaven don't have any qualms with that. Let's get the Pools of Despair, build the Sanctum, upgrade here. Luminefs just seem like they have an identity crisis. Yeah, it's a bit odd. Like I said, ever since I saw it, I was kind of excited. I was like, oh, Teclis is still around. And then I went and looked, it's like, yeah, okay. That's maybe one interpretation of Teclis. I wasn't a huge fan. And same thing with Ilariel. Like, I would have like been pretty excited to get a hold of an Ilariel miniature. And I mean, the big beetle's kind of cool. I think I could deal with the beetle, like her riding around on it. But Ilariel looks like she's He-Man on Roid Rage. And that's cool, right? I'm not trying to say Ilariel isn't strong or couldn't be strong, but like I don't want Ilariel to be out putting someone in a headlock and popping their head off, right? Her strength comes through like her enchanting and her magic and her ability to, you know, play on the hearts of the powerful characters, you know what I mean? Like to me, that would be a more intriguing character for Ilariel. And maybe that's the way she is in the lore. I'm just saying when I look at the miniature, it looks like she's going to put me in a headlock and pop my head off. But anyway, just my thoughts on that one. Found a guy who makes a Total War version of the fantasy minis. He provides a free 3D printer. That's pretty cool. Better be careful, he might get shut down. I think Games Workshop is working hard on that stuff. Let's see, Croak. This used to only work against the undead. It looks like it just works now, so that's kind of interesting. Ilariel looks like they're going for an Amazonian theme, but that's not what she is. Age of Sigmar seem to have the wrong idea with female characters as they have to be able to beat people up. Yeah, I mean, see, I'm kind of in that same boat, Regina. Like, the way Ilariel plays on Total War, to me, would be a lot cooler way to see her in Age of Sigmar. And again, I don't know what her stats are like in the Age of Sigmar. I have not played the board game. This may totally be the case, but she looks like she's ready to go get in a fist fight with Grimgor. And I would rather, you know, it'd be more like what I see in this game, where she would never get in a fist fight with Grimgor, but she might drop a Star Dragon on Grimgor and then put the Star of Avalorn there and heal the snot out of it while Grimgor gets eaten by a Star Dragon. You know, so I think that is what I would rather see her represented as, you know, that ability to be a supremely powerful support character versus someone who's, like I said, going to go in and just like brass knuckle Grimgor in a single shot. Sam Badger says, I'd pay to see a swole elf lady kick the crap out of Grimgor, not in a gross way. I love that comment. Oh man, that's good, Sam. You called her a swole elf lady. I'm dying. See, I agree with you here on this, Regina. I get, you know, she says, I much prefer the proper Lady Ilariel. Women can be ladylike and proper and still be strong, which Age of Sigmar seems to me. See, I kind of feel that way too. The other example I go back to would be like Princess Leia. You know, she was never going to win a lightsaber fight with Vader, but she was strong, right? She was a character the other people respected. And she had her own set of strengths. So I would rather see characters, I think, more in line with that too. And I mean, heck, when you got magic like she does, who needs to be in a fist fight? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, if I could pick like having super magic strength or having super physical strength, I'd probably take magic strength, right? I mean, how are you ever gonna punch me if I'm using magic on this? I would take that one any day. What do you all think? Would you rather be super strong or would you rather be magic? Tell me what you think, chat. Like, if you got to pick super strength or your magic, which one would you rather have? Let's put one out here. Princess Leia is the first named protagonist to shoot someone in the original trilogy. That's awesome. That's true. That's true. She got the first shot in the movie. Took out that stormtrooper. Leia shot first. Mustafa says magic. Sam says magic. Now, like I said, I could get used to the beetle. I like the eagle with her too, and I would be torn. I mean, the beetle's pretty cool looking. That she rides on an Age of Sigmar, but I could handle the beetle. I think I would want an eagle option too, but I think I could do the beetle. I'd use the magic to get super strength. There you go, Carp. That's like getting the magic lamp and wishing for infinite wishes. I love it. Oh man, that is the answer. Well done, Carp. Sean says, dang it, I was going to say that. Beetle for Tomb Kings makes more sense. Well, yeah, I mean, a scarab for the Tomb King makes a lot of sense. Ryan says, reminder of the army, you will test and see if it's worthy being Oxyotls. Yeah, I'm going to have more cash than this or else we'll be broke. I'll let you know if we get there, Ryan. Saying 4 Blessed Chameleon Skinks with the special banners, 5 Chameleon Stalkers. See, I don't know, man. Stalkers get pretty weak. I'd be worried about having that many Stalkers in his army. Regina said that's a good point. In the old fantasy lore, Alariel once banished the possession of a human demon champion by touching him. Don't know why she needs to have lost half her dress and muscles to be that. Yeah, see, I like that kind of stuff too. Like, I think for her, what I see in this game and what my head would envision as the cool story is you got Teclis and Tyrion roaming around. Teclis, using that physical warrior prowess, going around and making his name on it. And Teclis he's the academic. He knows all the magic. He can do all the stuff. And, like, they're out really looking for, the glory, and they're doing all this stuff. And Alariel, meanwhile, can influence both of them with her enchanting nature, right? They want to impress her. She's so beautiful. They have to, so she has this influence over them. And she uses that influence. And then she's got all this magic and these abilities that no one else has that's unique. Like, I feel like that would be obviously far more unique than I punch face. Which, again, I don't know. I've not looked at the book and the stats on how Alariel looks in Age of Sigmar, and that may totally be the case. Because I haven't played the tabletop game yet. I'm just saying this. All this is just based on me looking at the miniature and being like, whoa! Like, Alariel's stacked. Like, she looks like she's ready to break some heads. Balthasar isn't great in melee, but his magic's good. Yeah, exactly. Like, Daddy Balthasar, he doesn't have to come in and punch you in the face because he melted your face. Same idea. Whereas if you want to face punch someone, you're bringing Karl Franz and Deathclaw, right? So you get to kind of pick your stuff in there. And don't get me wrong, the good face punching characters are fun sometimes too. I'd like to have all of them. Oh my gosh. First of all, Barbarians Are Us has been a member of the channel for 27 months. Holy cow. Thank you, Barbarians Are Us. You're amazing. He says, Eyes don't know, Air. Me and Du Bois is ready to fight swollen, roided, lipstick-wearing elf orc with oddly shaped backs. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have to screenshot this. Give me a second. I had to screenshot that comment. That's got to go on my channel. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious, Barbarians Are Us. Thank you so much for 27 months of being a supporter of the channel as a member and also making my night with what is probably the funniest comments I've ever read. Oh gosh, I'm dying. Oh, that's good stuff. All right, sorry, I got to paste this screenshot real quick. There, now I can get his comment and post it later on social media for other people to enjoy. Oh man. Oh, I'm dying. I gotta get ready to fight swollen, roided, lipstick-wearing elf orc. Oddly shaped backs. Oh, I love it. Oh man. Killscribe, could you name a skink after me? Yes, remind me when I get back out to the map screen, Scribe, and I'll make a name for you. And if there's any other folks here who want me to name a unit for them, I'll try and do it at the same time. So you all remind me as soon as I get back out to the map screen. Start screaming at me in chat, okay? All caps. All caps until YouTube like tries to ban you. Is it just High Elf? Is the High Elves just Warhammer 2 Empire being balanced races? I'm not really sure I understand that one right. Is the High Elves just Warhammer 2 Empire being balanced? Do you mean like the Empire is kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none? 'Cause I don't know. The High Elves. It's interesting. High Elves are different than the Empire in my mind quite a bit in terms of the way they play on the game. Their elite infantry just absolutely destroys anything that the Empire could ever dream of. So their elite infantry is, I mean, just far and away better. Like, no questions. Their archers are obviously far and away better as well. So, I don't know. I mean, I would say that the Empire and the High Elves kind of cross paths in the sense that the High Elves, the High Elves have a lot of magic, kind of like the Empire has a lot of magic. High Elves have better monsters. They have better archers. So yeah, there's quite a few differences in my mind between them and the Empire. They're certainly more balanced than some factions. But yeah, I don't know. And that's if I interpreted your question right, which I may not have. If I didn't, sorry. I guess I didn't quite understand it. Empire has better artillery. Yep, absolutely. They most assuredly do. Stinking crossbow cavalry. I'm gonna go try and bunch up all their cavalry and then smoke them with chameleon skinks. Yeah, I mean, the High Elf elite infantry is obviously on like a whole other plane from the Empire. I mean, like, great swords are a joke compared to, wow, we got absolutely owned by Doomfire Warlocks. I wonder if Marathi Doom bolted us there on top of the Doomfire Warlocks doing it. And we are getting absolutely owned by these Doomfire Warlocks back here. Around. Well, at least I did better over here, at least for the time being. Dark Riders. Where did these guys come? Like, how did they? Come on now. Doomfire Warlocks are kind of a problem for me because they're one of the few units that can chew through chameleon skinks relatively quick. Really? Ripper Riders got absolutely eaten alive by them too. I need something to come get these Doomfire Warlocks off my back for a minute. Doomfire Warlocks are another unit that drives me absolutely batty. When I use them, they're terrible. And when the AI uses them, they're good. Like, just good at everything. Like, they just win. So, I don't understand. Maybe I'm just Doomfire Warlocking wrong. But, I swear I have no manner of luck with Doomfire Warlocks. Alright. Come on, help me out here. This is one of the reasons why I don't like Salamanders. They can't fire in a 360 arc, they're slow, and they are always caught and engaged. And you just cannot keep them free of enemies for any appreciable amount of time. That was 3, like, perfectly timed Doom bolts. So the AI able to control 3 units at literally the same time. One of the reasons why I get mad fighting big battles against them, because they have an innate advantage that the player can't begin to contend with. Oh my gosh, man, these guys will just not lay off the Amaxan Barbs. Like, the Amaxan Barbs are an okay unit, they're not that good. I mean, the AI really has odd priorities here with the Amaxan Barbs. And this is turning into a much tougher fight than I had hoped it would be. I've got Dread Spears owning Temple Guard. And I'm getting bombarded. Like, literally. Fortunately for me, my Dread Saurian is owning. Legion of Chocolate did okay. Cohort Colado, I mean, they held out a while against Marathi. To be fair, Marathi is a pretty tough customer. I mean, Marathi is... she's a mess. Not real easy to deal with. Salamanders and Razordons need some... so long to turn around is the problem. You almost need a cav unit to intercept enemy cav and give them time to... yeah, exactly. They're kind of okay in the very rare situation where either the AI or your opponent has literally no way to assail them. Then they will be good. But that's... like, it's a very rare circumstance for that to be true. And so I feel like that's the frustrating thing for me with the... like, they're cool units, and I like the way they play, but to Regina's point there, like, there's so many downsides to them that, I mean, it's just really difficult to use them, even though I like them, and I want to use them, because the uniqueness, like, it just gets really difficult to use them. Alright, folks, start suggesting, like, Killscribe, you wanted a skink named after you, I think, so I will do that. And then, if any of the rest of you have any name requests and stuff here, please go ahead and feel free to start submitting some of those, and I'll grab a few here while I have a chance. But let's get a skink. Let's get a skink named for Killscribe. I can't rename Croak, I don't think. How about this skink Oracle here? We'll call it the Oracle of Kills. And put Killscribe in here. So there's the Oracle of Kills. What about Swole Ario? You just need to get rid of Cav and then bring Sally's and Razzies up to hit infantry flanks. It'd be nice if they upped the range on the Sallies to... yeah, I don't disagree. The Salamander's range does feel maybe just a hair too short, both with the Ancients and standard hunting packs. Just don't name it Kill Skink because it just gives the wrong connotations. Killmaster of Sotek. Batfry. Here we go. I can rename the Colossedon Hunters. The, we'll call them the Senshidon. Senshidon Batfry, how about that? There you go, Senshi. Cow Butchers, that's a good name for a unit too. Let's get one of our Temple Guards named that, so how about... there we go, so that'll be for the Beastmen fights. Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. If I had enough single units to do it, I would. I don't think I do. The Kill? Scribe, are you saying you want me to just name one the Kill Master? You don't want Oracle of Kills? Do you want Oracle of Kills to be Kill Master? You tell me. Alright, Elf moppers. We'll call them the Druki Press. How about that? He's called it the Elf Moppers. I'll call it the Druki Press. You know, like he's pressing grapes. They're purple, right? He's pressing the Druki into a fine wine. How about that? Oracle of Kills. Okay. Appy and Sextus Slan. We got Hypnotoad, so I can't rename the toad. Jacob says, "Hey, Air, can't stay for long. Just saying I love all the recent content. Fun way to wrap up the summer." Well, thanks, man. Appreciate you dropping by. Happy to have you here for as much time as you can stay, anytime. So, thanks for dropping in. Hope you had a good summer. I did. It was a great summer. Got to have a lot of fun this summer. I'm gonna just start trying to get lots of visibility. Can you name the enemy units to your perspective? That would be... Yeah, no, we can't, unfortunately. Name the Carnosaur Barney. I think we named him Fluffy Puppy or something. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. Let me go, hang on, where's... Oxyotl's down in Skaven Land. Getting where he's at. Alright, hang on here. Yeah, we named him Fluffy Puppy already. Barney. Name the Shredder, that, or actually, it won't let me rename Shredder. No. That's too bad. Do you name a solar engine Solarium of Zotl, however you pronounce that? That one's Blake's Solar Flare, so we'll name this one the, it is the Solarium. There we go. Got it for you. Alright, so time to continue the Skaven Stomp. We got Cursed Jungle and Temple O' Skulls. Wow, Oxyotl's got some movement range here. See, hey, please! Give me some hard missions from the old ones. Just want to finish this campaign and CA won't let me. Listen, CA, if you don't give me those hard missions, I will kill a Skaven settlement every turn until you meet my demands. How about that, folks? Oh man, that'd be good. That's good stuff. Ooh, 5% ward save for all units. Yes, please. Took me forever to win the Oxy campaign just because the hard missions are so unlucky. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of odd. They need to patch it. Like, I get you don't want it probably ending before turn 100, but this is getting a little ridiculous. Like, getting a little ridiculous. The Loxyotl monster. I don't know, let me see if I've got something to name that. CA just doesn't think I'm good enough for hard missions, apparently. I wonder if it's tied to something. Like, is it tied to how much territory you have? Tied to turns? Or is it just like a percentage chance? Alright, let's see here. I was hoping I had just like a standard Coatl that I could name that, because it kind of looks like the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, we can rename the Spirit of Teapot. How come you can't or now I can rename some of them. That's weird. It wouldn't let me a minute ago. Here we go. We'll rename this one. Here's the what was it? The Loxyotl. Where was it at?
There's no lights! Two more!
Barbarians! After all the support, man, you don't have to give me any more thank you. You're extremely kind. He says, me and the lads will catch this later. Nasty Storm thinks it's the boss around here. Thanks, Barbarians. Go right out the storm. Hope it goes by quickly. No damage. So thanks for joining us tonight. You're fantastic. I'm going to make sure and post your comment for all to see because I enjoyed it so much. Like, a lot. So there we go. Got the name in here. Thank you, Barbarians. kind of wish we could have a storm here. You know, not one that's going to damage anything, but we haven't had a like drop of rain in just about 3 weeks straight. So I would love some rain. All right. So I kept my promise. Well, no. We just occupied it. Dang, I didn't keep my promise. I didn't kill Escape. How is CA ever going to take me seriously if I didn't destroy Escape and Settlement? To make them understand I'm serious. I'm serious, CA. I will continue to destroy Skaven settlements until my demands are met. Alright, how's the Geomantic? Ah, the Geomantic web's getting a little stronger. Getting a little better. I mean, not that it's going to be like a huge deal, but... Ooh, did Malekith and them... They did. They hit this settlement. Wish he would have destroyed it so I could take it from the elves without having to fight them. No, it wasn't a Skaven settlement. We just occupied it. It looked like one, but it wasn't. It was trickery. Skaven villainy. Okay, let's end our turn here. Hang on, how are we doing? Yeah, still got quite a bit of replenishment, that's what I figured. There's quite a few Druki around. Malice is up there. Malekith is all stacked up over here. I bet Tehennowin is preventing HOC from getting hard missions just so he can be lazy and not worry about wiping out the Skaven himself. Maybe so. Maybe Tehennowin's using us. Let's see. Ooh, sorry for the yawn. Ironbrow's expedition. Yeah, I don't... Why I need any agreements with you? We're not anywhere near each other. Doesn't have Ebola? Well, that's good. I hope you don't have Ebola. It says, longtime fan, Air, starting to get into Warhammer 2 after not understanding it for a while, playing the Empire so I can understand the units. I started with Tree Elves and had no idea. Yeah, Empire's not a bad start. I'll tell you another really good starting faction is the High Elves. They're a very straightforward faction to understand. Like if you just go play Tyrion or something like that, their units are pretty easy to understand. They're a pretty solid faction. Tyrion's got a pretty safe start position. Good way to learn the game, for sure. Come on. Dang it! Well, here we got one. So I got one. So, I mean, it'll bring us closer to victory. I'll take it. How healed up are we? I need one more turn to heal up. And then we can take the fight to these guys. Alright, let's see here. Tainted faction-wide, magic item drop chance. Recruit rank for salamanders. Income from trade, upkink for skinks. Weapon for cold one units. I mean, none of this stuff is just terribly exciting. I'm not gonna lie. How about magic item drop chance? Thanks, man. Loved your Shogun 2 multiplayer content. Thanks! Yeah, I loved making Shogun 2 multiplayer. It was fun. I don't know why CA will not just bring back, like, the cool thing that they did with Avatar. Like, bring it back. It was fun. Please, CA, do this thing for us. Bring it back. Just do it. Where's Nehekara? Kimri, right here. Let us put our sanctum here. And I'll improve the sanctum. There we go. Alright, time to end my turn. Oxyotl replenish. And Hypnotoad can try and put on the next ambush. Alright, here we go. Beating up mounted machine guns with level 9 samurai was always a treat. Yeah, I mean, don't you know it? That was awesome how they mixed the two eras together. Like, not only did it kind of fit the whole theme of the Boshin War, but it was just awesome that you got to mix the two time periods together. Oh man, they did some really cool stuff with Shogun 2. And not to say they haven't done anything cool with like newer Total War games, they have. But I don't feel like it. Like, why didn't they get into multiplayer a little more? Like, can you peace out with Marcus? Am I at war with Marcus? I don't know why he would have declared war. I may have had to attack his armies once. Oh, looky here. Malekith and Mom. It's Mom Wrathy. I'm gonna stay in an ambush stance here right outside the altar because I get some pretty decent backup. Our ambush failed this time. Let's try it again. Back into the ambush stance, see if it will work. And we got sieged at Ashrak. My garrison is not great. We gotta fight Malice. That's gonna be a bit of a problem. Yet, I have an idea how to potentially deal with the problem. Let's go over here to our rights. I can summon an army of dinosaurs. This is going to completely chew through all my income, and then some. But I can basically march this army over here at full speed and try and stop Malice. Yeah, this is definitely the fastest way to get here. I'll go into a forced march as soon as I'm able. But we're going to have to earn some money in order to help keep up the Dino army. So, Oxyotl, I'm going to need you to go over here and earn me some reward. Rewards of success, Sanctum Gems. I know you get money for just fighting a battle. Does one of these come with like a big reward of cash? No? Alright, well let's just go fight the Hard Army first. We shall travel. And looks like Tretch Craventail is our target. I don't know what's hard about this, but sure. What up, Tretch? Oh man, I get to summon Feral Cold Ones into his Rattling Guns. That's gonna be fun. Get the Skull in the Water, they give you 20k. I don't know if I have anybody available to go get the Skull in the Water at the moment. But yes, the Skull Islands are quite good for snagging some quick cash. Start deployment. So they have their Rattling Guns all up in here. Globadiers. I'm going to put these guys right here in their face. Try and chip away at some of their missile units. I'm gonna take the Stalkers towards other flank. Let's send Quaddle with the Stalkers. I'll put a Temple Guard in there too, so this will make kind of an interesting little raid party. I love that they have to defend a choke point when I have Croak, so rest in pizza. You sweet Skaven. And by sweet, I mean not sweet, like terribly ugly Skaven. Yeah, this is gonna be funny. Alright, there we go. One shred Rattling Guns. Absolutely douse these Rattling Guns. Let's get some of these Fire Throwers dead. Yep. Alright, that's not bad. Let's back up just a little. Kind of kite the Skaven through here. What's the range on old Proxy? 200 meter. He's still out of range. Start hitting the Globadiers. Nice summon. I mean, I'll give the summon one thing. It kind of discombobulated my approach, but outside of that, I don't really think it's going to end up being particularly valuable. Still got my secret. Well, this force might as well just go ahead and come over here and attack, to be honest. Okay, Croaksy. Happy Croak. Come on. Woo! Get deleted. What was this I heard about Tretch's army being hard to defeat? Did I miss something? Huh? What was hard? What was hard about this? I like Tretch getting attacked by a giant dinosaur. That pleases me. A great deal, actually. Tretch skitter fleeing away from angry, hungry dinosaurs pleases me a great deal. Okay, is there a reason why you all just stopped attacking Tretch after I told you to attack Tretch? Thank you. When I said attack Tretch, like I meant attack him till he's dead. Like attack him to death. You know, kill him in his face. That type of thing. Oh man, Tretch has a freaking warp armor. It's hurting all my units that are fighting him. What a turd. Yeah, this is actually really not good. I should have killed him with Oxyotl, but whatever. I'm going to end it. I don't want my guys getting chewed up by that warp armor. Alright. I guess Tretch gets away alive on this one. Skitter fleeing with this little poisonous warp armor. I guess it kind of makes sense. It's kind of like being in his presence. The odor is so foul that it does physical damage to you. So, I guess it makes sense. It's a nice touch, CA. It's a nice touch. Well done. That did indeed earn us some pretty big cash, and it got us the upkeep reduction. So that is fantastic. I can now take their settlement so that I can warp on the next turn. There we go. And it screws up their... what do you call it? Their vortex ritual. Oh, and we got more gems too. So let's go ahead and stick a... pick this region. There we go. Cavern of Sotek. Let's go ahead and build this. There we go. What else we got? Need to do some building back here too. Growth. And what other stuff do we need to build? Agarond. Alright, we're still in an ambush stance. Got a skill point on Croak. Let's do this one because then we can get him healing. Alright. Kill him until he's dead. Yeah, exactly. He technically dies anyways because it's a mission. Well, that's good. Woo. So we can't do a lightning strike because they attacked me, and we're being attacked by Mom Rathi and Malekith. I do get reinforcements. I could turn off control large army. That would help. perhaps enough to win, in fact. Let's fight this as the last battle tonight. I think this limits the AI to 20 units and me to 20 units at a time. Though the auto-resolve, I don't think really knows how to deal with that. So hopefully we can pull this off. I mean, his Dread Spears are trash. Malekith is going to be really tough, and he's going to do a bunch of magic. So we need the Skink Oracle to snipe him, while the Scar Veteran beats him down. And maybe dump the Colossedon Hunter. Well, if I hit him with the Colossedon Hunter so I can't snipe him with the Oracle. The Oracle is probably the quickest way for me to kill him. Let's do this. I'm going to put some small gaps. Some of these units. The intention of like filling them with like Dread Saurian, Thunderous One. There's one like right here. I'm gonna save these skinks kind of in behind me, I think. Let's put these guys up here with the Legion and Shock Buff. Put them right there. And again, I think I'm gonna hold some of these Sally units. Kind of protect my flank a little. Maybe get some shots at Malekith. Let's try this. And I'm gonna bring my leaders up here too, I guess. I mean, I guess. Yes, having leaders. Okay, yeah, so I think this prevents them from getting all their... Yeah, so they're not gonna have all the reinforcements. So I get to kill Mom Rathi and Malekith one at a time. Which should be very beneficial to me. I got a cooldown on my abilities. I don't know if that's Malekith. I don't think it is. I think it's just the cooldown, the opening cooldown. Give them missile protection there. Hold on, let me look at something real quick. These Slaaneash's Harvesters are not good against armor. They have magic attacks, but they have physical resistance. So do I, so we're kind of like trading blows in a way here, but their Soul Stealer is really screwing me up, and then they got a Word of Pain on them too, so I was wondering why my cohort was losing so badly there, but that kind of makes sense because they have pretty much 0 attack all of a sudden. So I suppose that, like I said, in a way that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna save our Scar Veteran. I need Malekith to commit to a fight, and hopefully overcommit to a fight. Alright, so I'm gonna summon out here. Oh my gosh! What? What? Them and what armor piercing damage did they just cut through these Crocs with? I mean, holy crap! My Crocs got absolutely murdered. What a sick joke. Wow. That is incredible. Seal a Thunderous One. Gotta snipe Malekith. Need to go after Malekith here too. All of you all. Put you on defensive, but go after Malekith. And then guess what? Malekith. You all understand the target here? Your target, be Malekith. Air once, the Malekith dead. Yes, yes, good. Kill that wannabe king. Oh yeah, Malekith's getting owned. This is good. He's really strong and does way too much magic, so... Another stupid... Of course, it's Blade Wind. All over me here. Let's take these Ripper Riders. I haven't got their Whew, Thunder's one taking a bit of a beating. Malekith taking a beating though too. He's getting owned right now. I love it, by the way. Ripper Riders can finish him, maybe? Yep, they're gonna get him. Alright, Malekith's out. Let's go after crossbows. Get him! Sink him! Woo! Umbral Tide, can you do it? Oh gosh, we got so close. Does anybody have a fireball ability on him? No. Dang. Skink Oracle will go after him. Guys, let's do some more healing here. Okay. Is it taking me so long to get my summons back? Okay, Malekith's dead. We got assassinated by the Oracle. Here comes Mom Rathy. I forget they get reinforcements. They're going to be coming in one at a time. So now we'll start to see reinforcements come in. What happened to Marathi? What? Oh, there she is. I was like, where did Marathi go? Like, disappeared out of my sight for a minute. It's a Marathi disappearing act. Let's spread out a little. And then start giving Marathi kind of the same treatment that we gave Malekith. These Dread Spheres are getting way, way too much credit in melee. They're just Dread Spheres, CA. No one believes this croc. Hey, get away from Marathi. I'm gonna show you all how this works. Like, give the skinks some room to do their work. Over here. We'll just withdraw from the battle. I don't know how this stuff hasn't chain routed yet. Alright, Marathi just got absolutely blistered. So she is going to be done for. Okay, so Marathi out. Chameleon Skinks, start running up this way, please. Alright, so we absolutely trashed Marathi right there. That was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gotta get rid of these dark shards out here. I just don't really have a good unit to do it with at the moment. Trying to get reformed a little bit. Need to do some heals on my single entities. We're very near to chain routing the entire enemy army, because so many of their troops are like haven't come in as reinforcements yet. Look at these Dread Spears fighting through the kind of damage that they have. I still can't get to that freaking Dark Shard over here. Alright, sorry, let me get my units put back together here. Infantry, roll up. Alright. I was kind of hoping we could just get the chain route, but with the reinforcements coming on, it's giving them just enough to kind of keep their hopes alive, but I'm pretty sure we have this one. Pretty sure we've got this. Yep. We have the enemy in a very bad place in life. How did I lose a temporary again right there? Maybe get struck by lightning. Chase these units so they don't come back from routing. Hurry, 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 come on. Go! Summon! Chase these units out. Alright, Shred Boy. It's your time to shine. I should be able to kind of just blob on these units and do just fine. I love how they went berserk in the middle of a routing unit. Yeah. CA. Come on, chain route these losers. They ain't got no prayer. Mom and Malekith are gone. Y'all know these Druki can't fight without Mom and Malekith. Or when you combine the two into Momikith. That's a pretty grotesque idea. Knowing the Dark Elves, they might just do that. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. That's a lot of damage. And damn it, got another stinking bunch of crossbows coming on back here, so I have to deal with those. Chase these units off for a minute. Keep my salamanders over here. I'm gonna let my chameleon skinks kind of mop these guys up a little. See, the power bar kind of keeps resetting for them every time something comes back from routing. It's getting kind of annoying. By kind of annoying, I mean very annoying. Alright, make these guys less accurate. Back up, because I'm just getting freebies on you. Back up, back up, back up, back up. We'll kind of start owning over here. Trash. Come on, get up here. Come on. Scar veteran, I need ye. Alright, we gotta get in here. Do not want these units engaged. Shred boy. Let's get to work. Do what you do best. Man, they got ogres back here. Of course they've got ogres. Now I can't just engage their crossbows because they have ogres. Of course they have ogres. AI always has ogres. Don't really have a great... Kill some ogres here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Shoot, 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 shoot. Kill him. Dadgummit. Regina's salamander call out there coming to fruition. Salamanders can't turn around fast enough to fight. Just gonna be kiting endlessly over here. Ogres, you ain't catching me. As well just give up on it. Leave my dread boy alone. I'm a little bit frustrated we haven't seen a chain route here, but it's because of all these crossbows back here still having ammunition that we have not. Come on, just keep skirmishing. They're ogres, they don't have any armor. Chameleon skinks be ripping these guys apart. These ogres are looking awfully fast for a unit that shouldn't be. Okay, there we go. Now we're finally gonna get the chain route. Finally. There we go, we did it. 377 kills on Shred Boy. Alex, thanks for the 5. He says, thanks for all your content. First time catching one of your streams. Well, thanks for being here tonight, Alex. Hope you can come around for more streams. Appreciate your generosity there. We've been having fun tonight. Had quite a few battles. We did get closer to our victory condition. I think I'm only missing one more battle on hard here. Tuned in to see the end of an HOC stream. Well, thanks for joining in too, Anne. And Alex, yes, thank you. How long have you been watching the channel? Let me know. I am going to have to get off here in just a moment, but would love to hear from you before I do. Dreadsaurians are the terror of Dread Spears, apparently, Carp. That Dreadsaurian was on a tear, man. He got a lot of kills, and I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Dreadsaurians do tremendous splash damage. What's your schedule for streams nowadays? Well, as best I can keep it Tuesdays and Thursdays. This week it was not possible. But Tuesdays and Thursdays starting at 8 p.m. US Central is typically when I stream. So you can keep an eye out for it then. When will you replace Oxyotl's non-blessed chameleon skinks? Well, I don't really have a good opportunity at the moment. And if I do replace them, I'm going to be replacing 9 Chevron for no Chevron, so we would need to figure that out as well, because 9 Chevrons does make a difference. But yeah, sure, I would like to replace them, because they would be better. I'm going to go with replenishment rate is actually kind of important right now. Let's see. Seeker. Oracle of Kills. You got some work done. You killed Malekith, you know, Killscribe. I don't know if you're still there, but you killed Malekith. So well done. Ann says, been following you for years, but usually don't get to get on YouTube until like 3 p.m. Central. Well, thanks for joining in. It's awesome to have you here. So it looks like the remnants of this army are still up here. I wonder if the auto-resolve would treat us good. No. Yes? Yes. It won't kill off any of my units. Be dead! I'll take it. It's a lot of dead Druki. That is many dead Druki. Is that Gorich? No. Okay. Alright, well, we killed many a Druki. I think it was a pretty successful night. Let's see if Alex has been watching for a couple years. Well, thanks, Alan. Said, I found your channel when I started Total War. I appreciate that. I'm glad you started Total War, too. That's actually one of the things that I obviously hope to accomplish by having the YouTube channel, is getting more people into Total War. Make me very happy to know that we're bringing more people in. So definitely glad to hear that you got into Total War. Hope you're enjoying it. Thanks for joining tonight, and definitely appreciate the support. Awesome folks like you is what's kept me doing this for well over a decade, and I enjoy it a lot. And it's always good to get to hear people are enjoying the content. Let's do one more quick hit here. We'll go hunt this army. So we're hunting Queek. Queek looks like I'm not the only one hunting him. Look at this. Here's Queek. He's got Defenders of the Great Plan and Nakai both right in his face. Queek has had better days, folks. High casualties? Are you kidding me? Alright, whatever. I'll save it here. Auto-resolve needs to get over itself. I'll take care of this one on the next episode. Hope you all enjoyed the stream tonight. Thank you for being here. Thank you all those who super chatted, who are supporting the channel with the sponsorship. Thank you all those who are here and chatting with me and making this an awesome night. When I joined the stream, I was having a bit of an annoying, kind of tough day mentally, and now I'm getting off the stream very happy, having had a good time. Very glad that I get a chance to stream with you all, so thanks for making it awesome all the time. I will see you all. I didn't get to do 2 streams this week, so I may try and squeeze one in tomorrow. I don't know whether the timing will work. If it will, I'll try to. But yeah, we'll see. So keep an eye out. I'll put an announcement up on Discord and Twitter, or if you are subscribed to me on YouTube, you should technically see if I schedule a stream, but you know, it's YouTube, so we'll see whether they actually notify you. But the surefire way to get notified is be on Discord and Twitter, because they do actually notify you when the person you followed says something. But in any case, HeirofCarthage signing up for now. I'll see you all soon with some more content.